It's the perfect weather for building a friendly island snowboy. Whenever you see a word that is highlighted in a different color, you can be sure that it's an important word. So that's probably going to be something that we make or something that we have to buy. So let's go on and see what else we find out. So when snow is piled up outside, you can sometimes find rolled up balls of snow while you're out and about. Keep rolling them up to make them bigger, stick one on top of another, and you'll have made a snowboy. Oh, so one of our updates to the game, now that it's winter, it's almost officially winter, but it's basically winter, is that we can try to make a snowboy. Alright. Now if you'll notice in the bottom right hand corner, our little update palm tree there, letting us know that it's loading, it's got frost on it now. It's not just green like it normally is. There's so much new content in this update that it takes a moment to load. Oh, there's our person. How about we check the mail? See what we've got. Oh, don't need to use that. Put it away. Check the mail and see what we got. We got a letter from Mom. Let's see what Mom has to say. Oh, the house is covered in snow like a thick blanket, one that's cold and wet. As I battle the bitter cold, I think of you and sew through the night. Stay warm, my child. Oh, how nice. And there's a present attached, so we're going to press A to get the present, put it in our pocket, and then we don't really need to keep this letter from Mom, so we're going to go ahead and click the minus button, throw it away. Sorry, Mom. So now, if we click on X to bring up what we've got, there is a present there. Click on A to open it. Oh, and it's a sweater. Mom's hand knit sweater. Well, I kind of like the sweater we have on, but let's try this on. To change the clothing, you just hit A like you would to select anything else, and then wear. Oh, that's a cute sweater. It's got a little bear on it with a little bow tie. So I'm going to keep wearing that. Our striped shirt has now been put into our inventory. So that's taking up one of our spots. We'll just leave it right there for now. We can either hold on to it, or we could sell it, or at a certain point, we'd be able to give it away to one of our villagers if we want. But let's go ahead and look around and see what this update has done. So all of the trees are covered in snow. We've got snow on the ground. You'll notice, we were so good and pulled a bunch of weeds because we haven't logged on to this game in a couple of weeks. There's a bunch of weeds now. Oh, and what is this? It's a snowflake. Let's see if we can catch it. Let's go hold our flimsy net. Let's see if maybe this is something we can try to catch. No? Oh, it disappeared. We'll have to try that again if we see another one. Okay. So much snow. Oh, there's another snowflake. Nope, not quite. These are really, really hard to catch. So, we had mentioned... There's another one. I am going to get you. I'm going to get you, snowflake. It's going to happen. There we go. I got one. It's a snowflake. It's like a tiny, beautiful sculpture. Alright, so now, if we look at our inventory, there's a snowflake there. Now, what can we do with a snowflake? Not much at the moment. I have a feeling they can be used for DIYs in the future. But let's see, we have not done show it off with any of our items yet. So let's hit show it off. Yeah, just kind of to show what it is and how proud I am of catching it. So go ahead and hit B for back. And back out of there. So let's walk around a bit and see if we can find the snowballs that Tom was talking about. See anything? There's Axel. Let's say hi to Axel. Put down my net so I don't accidentally hit him with it. Well, there's probably a reason you can't catch anything, Axel. It's pretty cold outside. rolling the snowball probably reminded him of one of his favorite things. Alright, so now I have a bug in my inventory there. Go ahead and put that away. And let's go ahead and roll this up. See how big we can get it. And we're just gonna change the directions to get some more snow. Not sure exactly how big that it'll get. This is something I've not done before. Alright, this looks like a pretty good size snowball. We'll sit you right here. And, oh gosh, where'd the other snowball go? I think it's back there. It's hiding. There it is. It's hiding behind this tree. I just gotta kick it out of the way. There we go. Can I see it? Come on, snowball. There we go. Oh, I just kicked it behind the tree again. Okay, so as we're kicking it, it does get bigger. A little bit. Just need to kick it out of the way here so we can Alright, now it's big enough for us to roll, so let's go ahead and roll this guy up. Make it not quite as big as the other one. That looks like pretty good size. Oh, we did it! We got a snow boy. And nice to meet you. Finally, we can talk face to face. Oh, how nice. Well, it won't last forever, so at a certain point he's gonna melt. Oh, we're gonna learn how to craft something new. A frozen tree. Okay, so we'll have to check our phone for a frozen tree. Oh, we're also getting a large snowflake. That's excellent. So apparently you can make snowballs of a certain size and that will make a perfect snowman, but it's difficult to know. It's difficult to know exactly what that size is. So. Hopefully the next time we log on there will be more. So let's check our Nook phone. Let's see if we can find. Let's see, that's our DIY recipes. Okay. Check this app for info on the DIY recipes you've collected. Okay. So it looks like this is our frozen tree. So for that we need one large snowflake, which we have, and then 8 small snowflakes. Alright, so right now we have one of the smaller snowflakes, that one that we caught. So if we want to make this, we need to catch 7 more. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that today, but it's nice knowing that that's what our goal is going to be. So it looks like we also have gained some Nook Miles. Let's go ahead and click on that in our phone. Alright, let's keep on going down and find which one it was that we got. Host the most. Okay, to encourage you to invite plenty of guests to the island, we're offering miles as an incentive. The more the merrier, and that goes for Nook Miles too. Alright, so apparently we have, because we've invited guests to the island, we're getting some Nook Miles. That gives us a little stamp with the date, and it's going to give us 300 Nook Miles. Okay. Alright, so we've got our little snow guy. Let's see here. one thing that we don't have yet is it is possible at one point to get something to knock those presents out of the sky, and they have different things. It could be coins, it could be objects, it could be clothing, but we're not quite to the point in the game yet where we are able to knock those out of the sky. Just that's what that is. Let's go ahead and go into the main tent here. One of the reasons you always want to go into the main tent is if you go to the little ATM machine, you get some Nook Miles every single time you go. So apparently we haven't actually used it before, so Tom's going to give us a brief explanation about it. So it's called a Nook Stop, and it is basically like an ATM. There's Nook Shopping, which are things that you can order, and they deliver them to you the next day in your mailbox. And then there is the actual kind of ATM aspect where if you have a bunch of bells, you can put them in here like a bank. They will gain interest. It's a very, very, very small amount, but they do gain interest. You can take things in and out of your savings. And then at a certain point, you'll be able to redeem your Nook Miles. Okay, so welcome to Nook Stop. Once per day, you get your bonus miles. So today, I get 50 extra miles. The more days in a row, the more that I check in, the more bonus miles I'll get. And I believe that tops out at 8 days. If you hit 8 days, you get a few hundred bonus miles. Let's go ahead and collect our miles. So let's take a look at the Nook Shopping, just to see what we've got. So we only have 190 bells at the moment. So we're not going to be able to afford anything. But this is, like I said, basically a catalog service. You can scroll down to different things that you might want to purchase. Clothing, other items for your home. And then there's always an album that you can purchase. One of the main characters as part of Animal Crossing is a dog named KK. He is a musician, and you can collect his albums. And then once you buy some kind of device that plays music, whether that be a record player or a boombox, you can load all of the albums that you own onto that device, and you can play the different songs. Okay, there's also seasonal things that you can buy. I hit the R button up on top of my controller. For a temporary time, I can purchase a wall for my house that looks like the Northern Lights, or I can also purchase this winter sweater. And these are only going to be available until the end of December. Then there may or may not be something new that we'll be able to get for a limited time. But since we only have 190 bells, we're not going to buy anything. I'm going to click B to sign off. And let's just take a quick look at the ABD, which is basically ATM. So right now, we don't own anything. We don't have a loan, so our loan balance is 0. As you play the game, you will have the opportunities to take out loans to make your home bigger. So at a certain point, there will be a balance of the loan. And then you could put money into your savings. So right now, I've got those 190 bells. If I want to make a deposit, I can click on deposit. I can put in 190, or I can go up to the top of the calculator where it says full amount, and that will automatically put 190 in there. And then I'll hit confirm. Now our savings has 190 bells, but as you see in the top right hand corner, there's a 0, which means at the moment we don't have any bells in our pockets. And that's okay for right now. We don't need to spend any bells at the moment. What we really need to do is find some things to sell so we can get more bells. So if I wanted to take those bells out, I would go to withdrawal, either put max amount or put in a lower amount with the number pad. We'll hit max amount and hit confirm. Alright, now it shows there's nothing in my savings, but in the top right hand corner it says that I've got 190 bells again. So those are now in my pocket and I can spend those if I'd like. So we'll go ahead and sign off of that. And we are done, so we're going to sign off completely. Okay. We're going to head out. Alright, so let's try and make a little bit of money. I'm going to pick up some leaves. We're going to pick up some wood. Here is the magical little spot on the ground. It moves around every day. Let's see. At the moment, we do not have a shovel, but once we've played long enough to have a shovel, we'll be able to dig in that spot, and there will be some bells under there that we'll get to add to our cache. Now, eventually, when you've got lots of bells, you can bury 10,000 bells in that spot, and it will grow a money tree. That will get you 30,000 bells once it's ripened. But at the moment, we can't even get to these bells. But just be on the lookout for that magical spot every time that you play. So let's pick up. Gosh, I really got a lot of weeds. Alright, let's see. We got a bunch of weeds. What else can we sell? Got some wood. Alright, let's sell some apples. So I'm going to go up to the tree, so I'm touching it. Hit the A button, which is going to shake it. Now I can pick up the apples with the Y button. Let's, how about these? Yeah, there's some more. Let me pick up a few more weeds. Alright. So now we're going to go back into the main tent there. And we're going to go to our buddies Timmy or Tommy. Timmy this time. Okay, so how can he help us? We want to sell. What are we offering? Okay, so how about we'll sell our dung beetle. Well, not our net. We'll sell our dung beetle. We're going to hold on to our striped shirt. We'll sell our apples. We got some mushrooms last time. We'll sell our tree branches. Weeds. Looks like we have some more apples. We'll hold on to the Yule log and the ring con right now. We might want to do other things with them. So let me hit the plus button for confirm. And you can see that all of the different things that we're selling have been highlighted in yellow now. But we'll confirm that. Alright, so he's going to run the numbers. Ooh, okay, so we're going to go from 190 bells to adding almost 7,000 bells onto that just because we're selling so much stuff. So, hit A. Sold. Yes, please, give me the money. Thank you, please come again. We will. Alright, so we now have 7,145 bells. Yes, so if we want to, instead of selling the fruit, we can eat the fruit, and that will make some of the things we do more powerful. Like when we get to the point where we're using an axe, instead of knocking things out of a tree, it will actually cut the tree down. Things like that. So we have to eat fruit when we're ready to do that. But at the moment, we don't have the tools for that. Yeah, we'll have to try eating it at some point. Okay, so we've got some bells now. So what are we going to do? Let's go back over and go shopping. We'll go back to Nook shopping. Now that we have 7,000 bells, what would we like to buy? Let's let's buy a hand cart that we can put somewhere on our island. I'm going to hit place order, and it says your order's been placed, and it's going to be delivered to your home through the mail. So that will be tomorrow or later. Let's see, anything else we want to buy? Why don't we buy this Hoi tea? Why not? We'll place order. Okay. So, oh, and we'll go to the seasonal stuff. I'm not going to go ahead and buy the Aurora wall. I don't have enough money for that. But we'll buy the midwinter sweater. Okay. So I'm going to hit B. So I don't have those items right now. Anytime I log on from tomorrow forward, they will be available in my mail. Alright, so we're going to sign off of there. And that's all we're going to do today. One thing that I wanted to mention is this game is constantly updating. There are constantly new things being added. Probably once a month there's a big update to it. This one is particularly big because it's got all the snow, it's got the snowmen, it's got the snowflakes. A lot of times it's a lot more subtle than that. For example, for the Thanksgiving update, there was a little get-together, a little meal that was in front of this common area here. And that was just a small thing, but this is a really big update. So it's nice to know that the game isn't ever going to get stale, it's never going to get stagnant, there's always something changing. Alright, so I hope that you've enjoyed our playthrough today. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us here at the library, and we'd be happy to chat about it with you. Thanks so much.